doing? Tell me. Listen, today's gonna be a fun one. I felt like going on stream. I felt like doing something that I have not seen people do. Okay. I got to be honest with you, and I get really annoyed at this. I do not see people going and actually saying, how can I invest in somebody else? Okay. That is what's bothering me. Everybody wants you to help them, but how many people are helping you? So here's what I'm going to write, just so you're aware. This is not only Shark Tank. Hold on. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? That was my attempt at a shark. I don't know if it was a good attempt at a shark. You know, it's funny. I actually tell my team all the time, I'm like, listen, we are sharks. I need us to operate like we are sharks. I don't need us to operate like we are scared, like we are minnows, like we are Dory and we don't understand anything. I don't need us to do that. I need us to be the scariest people that we see when we walk in a room. And that is because of our wisdom. It is not because we intend to be scary. It's not because we do people terribly. It is because we truly are just those folks. So today, I want us to talk about how. Oh my gosh, I need you to stay still, buddy. Stay still. Stay still. You don't want to stay still? Ooh, it's going to stay still now. You think so? Okay. How I turned, mm, turned. Hold on, I gotta make sure it stays still. Right? Staying still. Oh, guys, I almost broke the wheel here. Ah! That was my toe. Oh, that pained. Hope that didn't pain you as much as it pained me. How I turned. Okay. In the last 19 days, I turned. I hope you can see that very well. I'm gonna stand on this so you can see it. Mm, mm, mm. $600. How many of you have $600 right now? Or you had access to $600 in the last 20 days? How many? How many? How many? Mm. Oh, somebody said they were a bit down. I do need you to be picked up. Raise up. Okay. $600. $600. Into. Into. What do you think I turned it into? Oh, I should have made that black. I'm going to do it regardless. Let me know if you can read it. Let me know if you can read it. I'm going to outline it. Into. No, no, no. This needs a special celebration. This doesn't just need a regular one. I'm even gonna put it in blue. I'm gonna put it in blue. Right here. Right here. Mmm. Mmm. Can you see that well? I'm gonna do it again for you. I don't know if you can see that well. Oh, this one sucks too. Can you see that well? I should do it again. You can't see it well. Can we see it well? How I turned $600 into 10,000. This was in the last 19 days. And I really hate it. Thank you for the 10,000. Okay, can I tell you a secret? 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 Hear me out. It was actually 20,000. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just, listen, I didn't want to seem, como se dice, egotistical. You know, I didn't want to seem like, oh, look at me. And one thing I don't like, and if you're like this, I need you to boot your butt out of this freaking stream. You hear me? Okay. I don't like to push get rich quick schemes. Nope. Nope. In the early days of Kelly OG on the internet, I made money so fast you would think that I did a get rich quick scheme. And so I would tell people you can do it easily and you can do it quickly, but I had to realize, that not everybody was me. My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay. Not everybody is me, but also not everybody is you. And so some people, when they get access to an opportunity or like a get rich quick scheme type of thing, guess what they don't do? They don't take advantage of it. They don't. And so I did not want that to be the case. I did not want that to be the case for you. Listen, my team, if you see that I'm on Twitch, sorry, I am on Twitch. If you see I'm on TikTok, can you put that I'm also live on YouTube? And anybody that's like, hey, can we get to the point? Get your butt out of here. Get out, get out, get out. That is the exact problem I have. You want to make $600 into 10,000. But your problem is you want everything quickly. I have dealt with so many people, from billionaires to millionaires to celebrities and public figures to regular working class people. And I've dealt with so many who they find success. And then I dealt with somebody who don't find success. Why? The difference and the differentiating factor between those who I find can consistently do this are the ones who don't care about time. They don't tell themselves, I need to do this in 20 days. Yeah, you freaking lint lickers. I was talking to you. They don't tell themselves, I need to do this in 20 days. No. They tell themselves, I just need to grow this to whatever it gets to. Because the truth is, when you know how to do it the right way, you can grow this into more and more and more zeros. So what happens is you start with 10,000, right? That's what we start with. But you end up adding this. What is that? 10 million. Let me make that easier for you to see if you can't see it here. What is 10 million? 10 million is the amount of money that I have made through business. Freaking love it. Freaking love it. So, let me tell you something. I have been very, like I don't really want to show the whole world. Oh my gosh, I moved the camera. Forgive me, guys. My bad. Talking to TikTok over here. So, I don't like to be very forthcoming. I'll tell you, I have found that I've fallen more in love with business and working when I'm not in front of a camera. But today I wanted to actually tell you, because I am in the business of making people more money. Is anyone in the business of making more money? That's like if you had a dream job, it would be to just make more money. How can I figure out more ways to make more money? Yeah. Some of you were like, yeah, that's me. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right. Okay. So I actually want to tell you guys something that I actually did yesterday. So hopefully you can celebrate me a bit. I love it because the comments I'm seeing on YouTube are so much better than these ones over here on TikTok that I am ready to kick out. Did the AI summary just call me a dude? Sharing his story. Listen, let me tell you the agenda for today, and I'm going to get straight into it. I want this to be a quick one. My voice is hanging on by a thread, and I don't want that to be the case, okay? Here is the agenda for today. If you have 45 minutes of your life to spare to figure out how I made $600 and turned it into 10,000, that's additional. That's the future, okay? Now, listen. If you have a spare 45 minutes, if you're on TikTok, you probably won't have me on for 45 minutes. You're already scrolling. I'm not going to lie, you're already at a disadvantage. Come over to YouTube because I will be sharing my screen and showing you more. But I'm going to break down how I turned $600 into 10,000. How easy it is for you to do it as well. And I hate to use the word easy because obviously nothing worth doing in this life is easy. But yeah. And then after that, right, I'm going into Shark Tank. Shark Tank is when you come, you talk to me live, you tell me about your business, you tell me about your problems. I either give you advice on how to solve it, I give you an investment, I will invest into it in some form or fashion, or I will recommend you to a great friend or colleague or whoever it is that I think might be really good to invest in you as well. But what I want to do is provide you with more opportunities and more money. So right now we're going to get straight to the point. And then afterwards, we're going to get into the Shark Tank. So the first thing I want to do is I want to say a prayer. I want to say a prayer. I want to say a prayer because one, I would have nothing that I have without the Lord Jesus Christ. I got to say it. Let me turn TikTok. Oh, sorry, TikTok. Forgive me. Forgive me. Wow. 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 We're going to get somewhere. There we go. I would have nothing that I have without the Lord Jesus Christ. So I'm going to say a quick prayer. I'm going to get right into it. And guys, we are going to have the best freaking 45 minutes we've ever had in our lives. And if we don't, I will be upset and I will cry. So we will do that. All right. Father, Lord, I thank you for allowing us to wake up this morning. I thank you for allowing us to see the wonderful light of this day. I thank you for allowing us to be right here in this very moment to be able to digest and swallow the information that is presented before us. I ask that as me being a vessel of yours, that you allow the words that come out of my mouth to be from you, that you allow everything I say to be with the right intent to be able to help and impact people, that you allow me to be an opportunity creator and you allow every single person watching to be an opportunity receiver, that every single door that comes their way that is meant for them, they shall receive. Every single form of success that is supposed to be for them, they will receive, that they will not miss the very things that were put in front of them because they are looking too far ahead instead of near in front of them to be able to take it step by step. And with that being said, God, I ask that you align their footsteps, make all their crooked ways straight, remove any boulders or rocks in the road, and allow them to see the life that they have always envisioned for themselves. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Amen. Let's rock and roll and get right into it. Okay. So, fun fact, yesterday I made a new purchase. I bought a new car. Now, here's the funny thing. I think in my lifetime, I probably bought like 6, 7 cars. Like, genuinely, I have bought so many cars. But every time I buy a car, I don't want it to be like, I don't want the same brand. So I got a brand that I've never bought before. I don't even think I've ever really driven before, but I bought it. And the only reason I was able to buy it is because I went on a mission. I went on a mission to do that. Okay. Why did I go on that mission? Because I was on a trip to New York. And I went to New York at possibly, for some people, the worst time, for some people, the best time that you could be in New York. It was simultaneously while the NBA finals were in New York for the first time in 53 years. And on top of that, thank you for celebrating my car. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Donovan. Appreciate you. And on top of that, the World Cup was in New York. It was a busy time. Everything was expensive and I did not want to pay. So I said, you know what? I have $600 and I am going to make it fund my entire trip. And it actually went beyond the trip and it funded my vehicle. So I want us to get right into it. If you're on TikTok, you're going to be upset. You want to move to YouTube because I'm about to share my screen and I can't share my screen on TikTok. So just letting you know, my tickety, 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 tocketies. My tickety, tocketies. Okay. So let me come over here and share my screen. Share my screen. Share my screen. Share my screen. Share. You know, if my screen would allow me to share it. It's getting there. All right. Oh, oh my gosh. All right. Where's it at? Bring him out. 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 Oof. Oh my gosh. Am I going to be on the side of the screen? Appropriately? Appropriate? Is that appropriate? Oh, you're going to see some of me. It's going to look really funny here. Funny looking, like some of you in this chat. Okay, anyways. So, I'm going to do a transition for you. Really quickly, how are we feeling right now? My TikTok account is Kelly OG. All my social media platforms are Kelly OG. So, I hope that excites you. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. NT Ways. I'm transitioning. If you are on TikTok, get on YouTube. You see, we have this cool little halfway bubble, right? Where is it? Right there. Right there. Okay. So this right here that you are saying, dang, this right here that you are saying, my gosh, I got to get used to the opposites. Okay. This right here that you are seeing, this is something that you have never seen before. Now, can anybody tell me if they know what platform I am currently on? I need to know. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? I'll give $10 to the person who knows. $10 if you can tell me what platform this is. Wow, I gotta flip my camera, guys. This is stressing me out. My gosh. My gosh. Does anyone know? No, TikTok. You gotta catch me on YouTube because I'm sharing my screen on YouTube. Can my team put that in the chat right now that I'm sharing my screen on YouTube? Oh, see? This would make my life 20 times easier if I could do it that way. Okay, I see Lock Trader. I see Trading Lab. I see Trading View. Wait, I actually like it this way. I'm going to keep it this way. Anyways, Trade-O-Bait, Candlesticks, Wealth Charts. Are you guys just making up names? No. Trading View, Lock Trader, Claude. Close, but not all the way. You got to. Give me a second. Let me make sure we find out. I am sharing my screen on YouTube. Let me add a description real quick. I'm going to tell them on YouTube. Can you see that? On YouTube. Ah, it's backwards, whatever. Okay. No, this platform is actually a platform that absolutely nobody has access to. I have found a platform that is better than TradingView. Oh, yes. It is better than TradingView. I have been using it over the past couple of weeks. I have been playing around with it. A lot of you know me as somebody who was in the trading industry. I still trade. Just because you don't post about it doesn't mean you don't do it. Okay? But anyways, this right here, this platform, I was approached by one of the founders of this platform, and they were like, listen, we have created something that we believe the trading world needs, and we want you to test it because obviously you have trading experience. And I'll be honest with you, I actually don't work with any company without having equity within the company. Sometimes I make an exception, but like, guys, we got to set ourselves up. If I am committing time, it is what it is. But in this case, I said, hold off on that. Let me just play with the platform because I got to believe in it. So I am on a platform called Trendline. Trendline is spelled TR. Let me write it for you. Anybody know how to spell? I heard some people were struggling to spell. I'm going to write it for you. Right here. Trendline. TRNDLINE. I'll be quick through this. So I was on Trendline, and I would tell you the thing that I actually loved about Trendline, as you can see me on here moving, was all the different tools that it actually has, right? So I can like go here and be like, I love this point, whatever. Cool. We've all seen the tools. I'm not even going to spend time on those tools. What I will tell you that I love about this is two things and two things only that I have never freaking seen before, but I freaking love. Number one is right now I am in what you call replay mode. So replay mode is almost like back testing. It's when you can go back in time and pretend to trade and see if you will make money with it. So I love this because, like, as you can see at the top of my screen, it has stocks, forex, crypto options. That's cool. You know about all of that. What I freaking love about Trendline, okay, is this sidebar right here. So I'm going to go to the forex world. I'm going to switch, okay? And I'm going to go to my favorite USD JPY. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's not working with me today. I'm going to go back to stocks. That was painful. That was painful for me right there. I can't. I got. And I know what happened because I knew the second I would say trend line, you guys were going to do this. You were going to find it and you were going to come here. So we're going to have to come back to this because for some reason, I see what, and I'm not going to dox myself. Let me come back over here so I don't leak my information. That is one thing I will not do, is leak my information. But anyways, so I'm telling you, I am on trend line. I'm on trend line. Okay. As I'm coming back to fixing this thing, but I'm on trend line. And the one thing I love about this freaking thing is it actually predicts for me where we are going. It looks like it's back working with me here. So I'll bring it back for you because the heck was that? The heck was that? So let me tell you what I freaking like about Trendline. And then I'll get into Shark Tank. Because this is actually how I made the money. And I actually took a break from trading where I was like, I don't know if I want to do it this way or whatever. But here's the thing. So I'm talking to these cool folks. Okay. Transitioning you again. It's just me. Calm down. Okay. So here's what I liked about it was you can test it in real time. So I want you guys to work with me here. You see this chart. Where do you think this chart is going? If you're not on YouTube, you need to get on YouTube. I'm sharing my screen. Where do you think this chart is going? Are we going to keep going up? Are we going to keep going down? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm seeing some. I think y'all are confused. I don't know if everybody knows if it's up or down. Up, up. Okay. So at first, the first thing I would do if it was me is I would come here and I would be like, oh, let me figure out like what the trend line is, right? So this looks like to me, maybe it's going to keep going up. Some people are like, they don't know. That's perfect. Because when I realized this was revolutionary, as I said, I'm in the business of making people more money. So when I'm talking to the co-founder of this, I'm here and I'm like, listen. How do I know what's going on here? They were like, oh, just press that button at the top. I was like, what button? They said the trend line chart insight. So I pressed it. And so it will tell you where it believes price is going. Right now it's neutral. It's like, well, price might go sideways, it might go up, it might go down, etc. And it'll tell you exactly why. And it'll give you an entry. It'll give you a stop loss. It'll give you a target. I said, the heck? And then let's say like, I'm like, okay, let me let time pass. So you can let time pass and let it move here and it'll start moving with you. When it moves with you, wow. And you know what? The problem is I did not place it. Forgive me. So we're going to have to place this. Now, if we come over here, what the first thing we will see is our quantity. So I like this because you can buy and then you can go and you can choose if you want a market limit, sell limit. You know what? Let me calm down real quick. I do not want you guys to think I'm selling this because this is no free freaking promo. So you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to stop selling this because what I wanted to come here to do with you is Shark Tank. And I don't want you to think that I'm trying to shill out something because I actually want to invest in you. So I'm going to let you decide. Do you want us to keep going over the features of Trendline and you just want to see what they do? Because I'll cheat it for you. Trendline is the first platform that I have seen that will build a strategy for you and put that strategy on the chart for you and watch that strategy so you don't have to do anything but get an alert on your phone. It is the first time I have seen trading fully automated, like completely. I've never seen that before in history. Never. I'm coming back here. I have never in history seen a platform that was fully automated. It will tell you exactly what the chart is going to do. It'll give you entry and exit prices. It will help you refine your strategy. It will back test your strategy for you. Like, all you do is tell it, this is what I want to do. And it'll go back in time and it'll back test your strategy for you. Like, I can't. I don't understand that. Obviously, it has a journal, it has alerts, all that cool stuff, yada, yada. But like, I'm just blown away because it is like I said, the first time that I've seen a platform that like will do it all for you. Now they are in like a beta testing mode, which is why they called me. Obviously, a lot of you know, some of you don't know. I've been one of the biggest creators in the trading world. And so they came to me and they were like, it's groundbreaking. Didn't really want to talk about it, but when they told me, yeah, we actually will create the strategy for people because that's the number one thing we realized they messed up with and they struggled with. I was like, what? And so I've been working with it. And I would tell you, because of it, the 600 into 10,000. I got to tell you, it's freaking crazy. Never seen nothing like that. Never. Never, never, never. But yeah, I don't know. Like, listen. We can go more into Trendline if you want. I'll figure out a way. We can do a whole nother live where I dive deep into the features of it with you. But what I want, right? What I really want is to help you be able to make more money. So I want us to get into the Shark Tank version of this. But let me know if y'all want to like really really figure out about Trendline. For now, if my team can put the Trendline link in the chat, and I'll tell you, like I said, right now, oh, y'all want me to do a separate live. Y'all want me to do a separate live. If you could put the link in the chat, and I think right now, either you can join the waitlist. I'm pretty sure their waitlist is up, but I told them, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be doing Shark Tank. I also want to tell people how I made money. Is there anything you can do for my audience? That's exactly what I told them. And they said, what would you want done? And I was like, well, is there a way where we can kind of give them early access, see if they can test it, help you guys refine it, but like still at the same time benefit from the features that have already been made? And so what they said they will do, the whiteboard can't be, is it backwards? Oh, I flipped it. Guys, I double flipped it. Sorry. My apologies. But what they said they will do is they said, if you go to Trendline right now, I don't know, because I asked them like an hour before. I don't know if they put it up, but it's originally $79 a month, so $80 a month, which I think is more than fair because the thing just made me $10,000. And I'll listen. I don't do any form of free promo, but I will bat for what it does. So it's $80 a month, but if you use the code Kelly50, you'll get 50% off. And what I asked them for is I said, can you give them a price that they can't get anywhere else? So I don't know if you can pay right now. I don't know. Because I asked them, I said, if you really love me, you will open up the ability to get the platform right now. But like, if you don't love me, I understand. Because like, they got to do what they got to do when they're ready to do what they got to do. And if they aren't ready to do what they got to do, then they can't do what they got to do. If they're going to do what they got to do when they're doing what they got to do. So I need them to do what they got to do. So, anyways, I would just show you this though. If you come over here, because I just talked about it, you'll see they have a strategy lab. So as you can see, it says like, all you have to do is put in what you want. Like, what ticker symbol do you want? What is your account size? You can go to, if you are a day trader or you want to do shares or Forex, like whatever it is, like you can put it in. And if you run it, it will go and freaking run the strategy for you. If you go to back testing, you can describe your strategy. It'll back test it. It'll do a lot of stuff. Like, I freaking love it. Obviously, you can set alerts. I've been using it for alerts. You can journal your trades. You can even chat with an AI. And it cheated for me because this is what I would do. I'll come on here and I'll say, show me, I don't know. Let me think of one. Apple. Show me Apple, right? Boom. It pulls up Apple. And the coolest part is you see how we have Apple pulled up? If you press open full chart space, it'll load it right here into it's like it was the first time that I said, "You know what? I am freaking blown away." So I don't know if it works, if the code works. But I know that they are still refining it because they were like they understand how groundbreaking this is. I did not develop this. I was not the coder on the back end, but I've also worked with them to refine it because I care about making you more money. So like I said, we will host another stream where I talk about Trendline like in its entirety. I think it'd be really cool for you guys. But I also know a lot of people came for Shark Tank. I want to get to that. If you want to be a part of that other stream, go ahead and join the Trendline waitlist, and I will ask them if they can like tell me who joined the waitlist during this time, and then I will send you guys um, an email, or I would do another stream. So make sure your notifications are on for my streams, and I will break it down because I want everybody to experience. It's so serious. I messaged my family and I said, from now on, every single one of you, I don't care if you've never known how to trade before, you are going to trade with me because I found the easiest way to trade. I'm in New York and I'm trading. I'm at the gym but it's like I'm not even trading. It's trading for me. Like this is not a bot. What I mean is I'm placing the trade and then I disappear and I go about my day and then at the end of the day my trade's executed. I've won. On the 4th of July, I was up. Like I was on TikTok live, actually TikTok. The other day I was on TikTok and I'm selling it, so I'm going to stop. No. But I was on TikTok live the other day and somebody asked me a trading question and I put out my phone and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm up $1,500 right now." And I think it was like I only risked like $200. Like that's the thing. Everyone wants to push with trading. Oh, you need to be the person that makes $6 billion. You need to have $3,000 that you turn into $50,000. I'm like, guys, if you came and you handed me $1,000 right now, I would never say no because I know in the future, if I really do this right, I'll be able to make 10,000. So keep the 1,000. I'm taking that $1,000. So, anyways, my gosh, I'm I'm excited. Somebody said, "What are the thoughts on overexposure of this platform?" I would tell you the honest truth about what I thought with Trendline is I was like, this is the solution that has always been needed in the industry. Everybody struggles because they're following 50 billion strategies. You go on YouTube and everyone's teaching you a different strategy. There's never been a platform that builds a strategy tailored around you. I did the math with the Trendline team and I said, how much time would I have saved from backtesting? Because I would backtest every single day for 2 hours a day. And they did the math. Backtesting is when you go back in time and you like review the charts to see if you would have been better, etc. I would have saved 2 years of my life with them backtesting for me. I would have saved a year of my life trying to figure out a strategy that made sense. And the funny thing is, the strategy I have now, I just go right back to it. We're gonna do another stream, I promise, where I break down Trendline, and I will break down my own strategy in totality. I don't care to hide it. I don't care to put it behind a paywall. Guys, what the heck? The economy is getting worse every day. Can we? This, when I'm not making money from the business, this. When I wanted to buy a new car, this. When I wanted to go on vacation, that is what Trendline did for me. It gave me the literal freedom to just do, even after a long break. And there's another platform I want to tell you about as well, that when I was in New York, I actually met with the founder. And it was the coolest thing ever because it's basically like, it's called Picasso Markets. Freaking love it. And I will take you through that one on another stream as well. But all you do, they have a wait list. You can't get in, but I'm sure through me you can get in. I will pull some strings. But you literally just draw where you think the chart is going and you make money. The first time I did it, the first time I made 20 bucks. I did nothing. I was just correct. And so I just think of a world where you use Trendline to help you understand where the market is going. You make money off of that from trading, and then you go to other platforms like the prediction trading, not prediction markets, like the ones y'all know that you gamble on, but you just draw because you already know, and boom. That is why I say I'm in the business of making you more money. Like, it's bigger than trading for me. It's way bigger than trading. It has to be bigger than trading because you have a business, which is what we're about to get into with Shark Tank. You have a business, right? Where maybe you have a side hustle you want to make more money from. Maybe you work a full-time job. You're a nurse, you're a caretaker, you work in an office, and you're like, yeah, I make money from my job, but I want to still make money on the side. That is why I've always loved trading. I hate that the entire internet economy of trading, for the most part, has transitioned to individuals who just want to profit off of you losing, who want to profit off of your ignorance, who want to profit off of you not knowing. So you feel the need to buy their course, and you feel the need to pay for this service and that service and all that. Like, you feel the need to do all these things to benefit them. But what's actually benefiting you? And that's why I went from trading to moving towards financial education and financial literacy, because I was like, this is business. This is trading in 20 days. And like I said, that was really $20,000. I didn't want to do all that. I'm getting off track. Can we please put the waiting room in the chat? I am ready to talk to some individuals and help you either invest in your business, connect you with someone who can invest in your business, give you exposure right now, or figure out a way for you to make it better, move forward. I'm ready. My voice is reaching that point. I could go on about the stress of the trading industry, but like I said, we will do another stream. If you join the Trendline waitlist, I think you should be able to be good. I'm gonna beg them. They've worked with me really well. They've never really said no. And I love that. But that's the thing about when you build value, is you're able to make more money and create more opportunities for people, which creates more money for people. I am in the business of making more money. I genuinely feel like that is what God has sent me to do on this planet, is how do you put people in positions to do more? As you guys know, I'm a whistleblower. I don't care who doesn't like me. Like, listen, I really don't care if people like me or not. What I care about is that you like the life that you live. And whether or not you like it with me or someone else, I don't care. So I'm gonna make sure, like I said, we do a separate stream. We break down Trendline. I see some of you on the wait list. I'm gonna beg them. Like, when I say beg, I'm gonna beg. I'm gonna beg for them to let you guys in before anybody else. I also know they have an awesome affiliate program. So anybody that you invite, you're gonna get a recurring commission. So recurring payment, like every single month, you're gonna get paid for the people you brought in for life. And I think that's freaking awesome. I love anything where you can make more money. Just go ahead. When you think of Kelly OG, don't call me a trader anymore. Just say Kelly OG is the woman who makes you more money. Just go ahead and stamp it. Do not call me a trader. Call me the person that makes you more money so that I can be valuable to you, not so that you can label me with what I create value from for myself. Let me be valuable to you. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it all out, guys. We will get it rocking and rolling. I'm excited. Sorry. I'm excited. I'm excited. But hey, we're going to do another stream. We're not ending the stream. We're transitioning. Oh my gosh, we're transitioning to so yeah. Did anybody go through the Trendline website though and actually see like everything they do? So crazy. So crazy. Sales is my thing. Oh my gosh. I am not trying to sell. That's what I just said I didn't want us to do. But you know what? I love that sales is my thing because I want to teach you how to sell to make more money for your business. Team. Who do we have in the waiting room? I am about to hop up in there, see who I will be connected to. TikTok, you may not be able to hear them as well, or as well, like not as well, but as well as YouTube will. Trendline is TRND line.ai. Yeah, super excited for it. All right, let's hop up in this Google Meet. My camera won't work because my camera's here, but I'm in the call. Oh, I am also in the waiting room. My bad. My bad. No, I think it is amazing. Uh-oh. Did it just cook my camera? Hold on, guys. What just happened there? Did it just cook my camera? What just happened there? Rejoin. Does it freeze my camera when I join this thing? Let's try. Hold on, hold on. Tell me if I start freezing. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. I didn't freeze. I didn't freeze. I didn't freeze. I didn't freeze. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I feel like it's finally time that trading brings people freedom and not stress. You know my battle with the trading industry, but one thing that I can say is true is even when I shut down my company and I went years without making money, the only thing that kept me afloat was trading, and I will always be an advocate for it. I also have a growth agency that I secretly do. And it's basically where I partner with public figures, entrepreneurs, influencers, and I figure out, guys, how do we make you more money? I'm in the business of making people more money, but I figure that out. And one of the things I've contemplated is I'm like, every single public figure, entrepreneur, influencer I work with, I just want to teach them how to trade. Like personally, I will personally teach them or I will tell them because like it is such a beautiful skill to have when your income is unknown, when you know it the right way. Okay. Are we ready? Do we have somebody with us? I see we have pulled up. We have pulled up. I'm going to split my screen a little bit. And I am going to pull up our Google Meet. Where we at? Where we at? Little Miss Sunshine Rihanna, where you at? You have my heart, and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you'll still be my star. Baby, 'cause in the dark, you can't see shining cars. Whenever you need me there, with you I always there. Because when the sunshine will shine together, told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be friend. Sorry. I don't know. I don't even know where that came from. I am ready to bring somebody in, guys. Team, team, team. Whenever we are ready, let me tell you something. I'm ready. I'm ready. Why am I not centered though? What's that? Oh. Oh, I gotta be like over here? Okay. I guess this. No, this is stressing me out. Give me 1 second, team. Why is it doing that to me? Yeah. I'd rather be right here. Cool. When I'm with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No. For the tender voice I have, I should not be doing all that. Okay. Here we go. We have boom. Boom, boom, boom. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. I see we have, is that Tanisha Felton? Oh, we don't have Tanisha. Tanisha, where'd you go? 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 Where'd you go?
Hi, yes.
Oh, Tanisha, how are you? I'm going to be writing some facts here. So, if you see me erasing this.
Hi.
Yeah, how can everyone hear Tanisha? Tanisha, can you hear me well?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let me do this. I'm going to make your life easier. I'm going to mute myself here. Can you hear me better here?
Yes.
Oh, it seems like you're breaking up a bit. Can you hear me? Okay, if we have network issues, guys, I got to be honest, we're going to have to move to the next person and revisit.
I'm here.
Okay, we're good?
I can.
Okay, Tanisha, we're we're struggling a bit here. Oh, thank you guys for the coins. Thank you. Okay, team, next person. We got to be quick with it. We got to be quick. We got to be quick. We got to be quick.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but every time I say hello, I can't hear you. Okay,
Hear
what's
me
going
now?
on?
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is
Okay,
Tanisha.
nice. Tanisha, nice to meet you. We're good to go.
Hey. So I do a lot of different things. I'm currently in grad school. I'm doing marine science, but I also have like a lot of side gigs.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
currently starting up a concierge service.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to write these down. So we have Tanisha, you are in grad school.
Yes.
Okay. Tanisha in grad school. Okay. Tanisha. Oh, you can go ahead. Concierge service. And you have a lot of side hustles.
Yes. I do stocks as well. I watch a lot of your videos and I study them.
Love it. Love it. I'm a fan of that. So, valet and stocks. What else? What are your other side hustles?
I'm also into real estate, so I'm doing tax liens, tax deed auctions.
Okay. Tax lien. What else?
Tax deed auctions.
Okay. I got those. I got those. I got those. So I want to get right into it. What is state your grievance or what it is that you want to grow, what you would like me to help you invest in, whether that's literally investing my money, whether that is advisory services, whether that is connecting you to someone, whether you just need advice right now. Where are you at?
So I would say that I need investing as well as guidance. I've been praying a lot about what to do and how to do it. I love mentorship. I also work at like a food truck and I'm like learning a lot about the food industry and I want to create like a vegan food truck as well as nonprofits for homeless people and have eventually like a homeless hotel and a community where I'm able to give back to homeless people as well as college students. Finding housing is pretty challenging. Other areas are challenging more than
Mm,
others. And so I'm really big on like just giving back to the community, but trying to apply for loans has not been the best. I've been turned down. And so I've been trying to like get everything together with my credit.
okay.
It still have been a process. And it's like there's so many business ideas that I have, but the finances is really hindering me.
Okay. Are you ready for me?
Yes.
All right. Tanisha, thank you, by the way. It's always, especially in front of people, to be vulnerable and upfront is a huge thing. So, first thing I want to tell you is something that my mom always tells me is focus your focuses, right? So, what is your focus? And I want you to think of like the two eyes we have. At the second that we try to look at two things at once, you see my eyes? They're out of focus. I'm trying to look at you, but I'm looking over here and I'm looking over here and I'm looking everywhere, but I'm not focused on the one thing I want to focus on. I think you have an overall passion to help people. I think you have a confusion on what it means to help yourself. What I mean by that is like what is the core thing that Tanisha is really good at? Because what are you in grad school for?
Marine science.
Marine science.
Yes.
So like working with animals.
Yes. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
So I'm like currently like working on shrimp consumption of microplastics coupled with human awareness. So I interact with the public a lot and I surveyed them on their awareness of microplastics in the environment or plastics in general, as well as seafood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think you're everywhere. And I want to figure out how to get you to where you need to be. But I want you to think of like all these things, right? If you have 100% of your time, this right here is 100%. Okay? But now you have 30% of your time that's going to go. I don't even know if that's 30%. This is to grad school. Okay? And then you have, let's say it's, I don't know, this percent of your time that goes to valet. You have this percent of your time that goes to stocks. You have this percent of your time that goes to your tax liens and auctions. You have this percent of your time that thinks about the homeless hotel. You have this percent of your time that thinks about the food truck. And, I don't know if I was missing one there, but, and I hate how this is drawn. It's a bit confusing here. But how much time do you actually have, one, for you, and two, to actually do something well? Because imagine there is somebody out there, and there are a lot of people that 100% of their time is marine science, 100% of their time is committed to a valet service, 100% of their time is committed to stocks, 100% is the tax lien, 100% is the homeless hotel, 100% is the food truck. And this is what you are competing with. Forgive my drawing. It's not an accurate representation. Ooh. Oh my gosh. TikTok is getting upset with me. Forgive me. Um, anyways. But I want to ask you what I guess I'm trying to understand your core question slash confusion, because for me, if I met Tanisha, I wouldn't know what she did. I know there's a lot of things she wants to do, a lot of things you can do, but it has to start with one. So what would that be?
So out of everything, I would say the biggest thing is trying to like make more money to fund the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and well, really,
What do you think money is the issue?
so because like I'm trying to like make money, I'm like doing like the food truck as like the side gig, but I'm also getting a lot of experiences with it. But I would prefer to like put more time into like money working for me and not me like going everywhere like trying to like work for the money, if that
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
like let's take it back, because I think a common misconception that I've heard a lot of people believe or say is I just need the money and that will make the business. And I am a firm believer. I am such a firm believer that all you need is this right here. You need this, but you also need knowledge. So you're going to need to put a lot of time into one of these things to actually learn the business, understand who the target market is, who are you marketing to, who's the demographic, who's going to purchase, because if they don't purchase, you don't have a business. Like understanding all of that before you go and put money into it, because you're going to put money into it, but it's eventually going to burn because you don't know what you're doing. So I'm when you're saying like you're trying to make more money to fund all these, I'm looking at it like if you're doing all these and you aren't making any money at all, something is fundamentally flawed because this is a lot of things to have going on. And so where I'm trying to I guess help you reframe out of outside of um one trying to just figure out like what is how do I make more money is what is it that you want to do, you see the most success in? Because for me, it appears like you chase after anything that says it will make money, but then you also try and rope it into like, but I'm passionate about helping people in this way. So what is the one thing? And my team is telling me we only have a couple minutes here before we have to go to the next person. But I want to help you figure out what is the one thing because even in the pitch, I can't even say like, yeah, I want to invest in you because I don't know what I'm investing in. So, can you kind of answer that for me?
So it would be real estate. I had a Turo and Airbnb business, and
Tanisha, oh my gosh. Turo, Airbnb. We have no room. Well, real estate. We got a lot going on here. You are a real go-getter. You're like me. I used to do every side hustle in the books. Now I didn't do it all at once, but this is a lot. Okay, the Turo and Airbnb business. What what happened there?
so I put it on pause because the I like outsource, and so I was having other people like help me with managing it, but it wasn't going too well. And
Was it
so
they were the issue? It wasn't generating income.
so it was a bit of both. So where the Airbnb was located at, um, it wasn't getting like a lot of people booking. But when I would get bookings, like it would just come at a steady rate. But it was too slow that
Mm.
I having to like go out and make money myself to like actually pay for everything.
Okay, so
And
I want us to come back to the center. What is it you want to do? Because you just told me real estate. Real estate does require usually a lot of capital unless you start wholesaling. But we're gonna have to figure out all this and like how to refine. Well, remove. We got to focus on one.
so I like group all that like with like the real estate, the tax liens, the tax deeds, Airbnb, the homeless hotel. Like I was grouping that all into real estate.
Okay.
And
I like again. There has to be a focus. So when people get into real estate, they don't say like I can build any type of house because no one's gonna trust you. I can buy any type of house. Like there's no specialty. So it's either you buy luxury homes, you buy affordable homes, your specialization is mid-century homes, you understand section 8 properties, you understand wholesaling, but like real estate being like Airbnb and the homeless hotel and like there has to be where's step 1?
so step one would I was starting off as I would like take like real estate classes on
Mhm.
this and did a lot of research on real estate with Airbnb. So I was doing rental arbitrage and was learning a lot about that. And
Mhm.
so I tour, and so they were working with me to like get everything set up. But because they had Airbnb businesses and other businesses, they couldn't like help me as much as they thought that they could.
Okay. Um I would say because I know like we're short on time. Um I would say you have to find the thing that makes you special, your gift, and really hone down and focus on that because on one end you're spending a lot of money to be in school to learn about microplastics and marine science and how that affects the environment. But then you're saying you want to be in real estate, but then you're also saying you have a valet service, but then you're also saying that you're working at a food truck to make money. It's which is fine, but you have to focus on one or you will always end up confused. And you have to know even in how to pitch, like how to be quick and confident to like, Kelly, I have all of these businesses, which, it's a lot, but figuring out how to communicate the value of them, not just I want to do. I would love, I would love to live at the top of the Burj Khalifa. Don't think they're letting me do that. I would love to figure out how to never have to drive again. Don't think I'm able to do that. So you have to figure out not what's your want, but what does the world need from you? And how do you provide that service first? Not just how do I make money? Because if you keep chasing money, it's going to keep running from you. And that's what this looks like, where you don't even have enough time to focus on one thing that you can actually do well. And it'd be different if you had a team that was running every one of these things was a team that's running this and running this and running this and running this. Then you have more time to be more oversight. But this this is a lot. So I want to let somebody else up. What I will do for you is I want you to send me a DM on Instagram and I'll figure out if we can, schedule more time or something. But what I really want you to think about today is how do you focus on the most important thing? All of this can be funded, but one of those has to be the starting point. So I hope that helped you.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, thank you again for your vulnerability. It's not easy. But yeah. All righty. Who is next? Who is next? Who is next? Team, 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 team. Uh-oh. Where do we go? Laura. Laura, Laura, Laura. We have a Laura. We have a Laura. I am not letting people into the waiting room. That is my production manager. Everyone, please say hello to William. Awesome, awesome guy. Um, hey William, we don't hear Laura. Lore. If someone comes on and they don't speak within 5 minutes, remove or 5 seconds, remove them. Next person. We gotta rock and roll. I only have so much of a voice. Jada.
I didn't think I was gonna get on for real.
Oh no, you are here. I'm happy you're here.
This a blessing to be able to talk to you, Kelly.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Likewise. Likewise. All
I
right,
have been
so yeah.
hmm No, I've been watching you for about 4 years.
Whoa.
Like before I went off to college.
Whoa.
Yes. I know about the chicken sandwiches that you were selling and when you first got started. And I've been following you. I was in your group chat that you had. Um, but I never like really was able to pick up on like the learning materials and things that you
Yeah.
had, just from like the courses that was offered. But
I
yeah,
offered I offered courses. Oh,
no, you had
a group.
a group.
Yeah, shut that one down. Because of that, because I was like I wanted to push actual education. I wanted to teach like people were making money, yes, but like if I didn't exist, could they make money by themselves?
hmm And I was
So,
trading. I traded forex with people from like I had mentors and stuff. It was kind of like a MLM company, or
yeah.
like I had mentees and mentors. And I was like, you know what? One day I was in Atlanta with my mentors. I'm from St. Louis, and
Hmm.
I just
Oh,
decided to
nice.
go to college. Yeah,
But go ahead, you decided to go to college? Is that what you said?
I did. I
Nice.
went to one of my mentors was a communication major, and they would have Zoom meetings all the time.
Yeah.
And one of one of the things that they mentioned, it was like the number one thing you can learn how to do is communicate. And so I was like, you know what? I think one of my mentors, she was a believer, a woman of God, and she was a communication major. So I decided to get my communications degree. Um, and while I was in college, like my first few years, like I went into college like I want to trade. Like that's what I want to do. I learned
Yeah.
a lot of like information about like how not to like how to work smarter and not harder.
Mhm.
And I recently graduated in December, after 4.5 long years. And I got out and I'm like not using my degree. Um,
In communications?
I'm not because it's like I really don't. I mean, I don't want to like be in an office space
Mhm.
and being a person who like kind of was on social media telling people about forex and things like that. Not really making the money. Um, it kind of like strayed me away from like sales and things like that.
Did you feel like you
Um,
were putting on a facade almost? Is that what kind of bothered you?
I mean, I don't feel like I was putting on a facade because like I just was selling, I wasn't selling anything. Well, I was telling them to join this platform, but like my mentors weren't like, I don't know if they were actually learning how to make money or like actually learning a strategy themselves, and I didn't learn a strategy. I just was
Interesting.
really selling the fact that like y'all should become a forex trader because like this is a lot of money. Like I was one of those people before like that that
Yeah.
was trading forex. Yeah. But I'm still like I've graduated and I don't want to go back to college to like get my master's or anything to like make more money or like a different career path. Like
Mhm.
of course I'm interested and I want to make more money, but I don't want to like take out a whole bunch of more student loans to make more money when I know there's ways that you can make money like trading. I always wanted to be a trader. Kelly, I want to learn your gap strategy.
It works.
um I
It works.
know.
Just I it always works primarily on SPY. If you just see when SPY drops, you wait till it gets back into that area and you just write
Mhm.
it back up or write it back down, whichever one it is. We can listen, I'm doing another stream that's going to
Mhm.
be strictly trading and I'm talking about a lot of things, but like one of them's this new platform called Trendline. Another one's this platform called Picasso Markets, like how they
Mhm.
pay you, um,
Mhm.
or like create strategies for you, do all of that. And so on there, I can also go over my gap strategy if that helps. But I
Mhm.
think it's one of the easiest ones. I actually love that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of getting it, but I was like, there's something I'm missing. That's really what I would love to do. I would love to just learn a strategy, learn how to learn like how to actually back test, learn um a
You know,
platform
Trendline it back tests
Mhm.
for you. Did you know that?
I think I just don't know how to operate it. Like I need to
Yeah. But
like
that's
I need to
easy stuff. Easy stuff.
easy, and I'm just like I'm not able, I don't know what I'm not doing right. Like what is it that
Yeah.
am I not practicing enough? But I just really want to learn a strategy. I would love to be a trader. Um,
Yeah, of amongst the many other things. I think being a trader
yes.
should be the least of who you are, but not in a not last but
Hmm.
not the least, you know. Um
Hmm.
but I can
I mean,
tell.
first of all, I am a woman of God.
Amen.
Um, yeah, so like that's above all else. I do work in childcare. I work at a preschool. I'm a
That's awesome.
preschool teacher. I love the kids. Um, yeah, so that's where I am in life. I'm just kind of getting into working my full-time job,
Mhm.
and trying to make some income to where I can be, where I'm not living check to check, where I could pay off some debt. Um,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
one, I can see in your eyes and hear in your voice that this has been something that you've thought about a lot, and it's stressed you out a lot. You spend a lot of time wondering where your life will go, if it's going to improve, if it's going to change, if
Yeah.
college was worth it. Should you have done other things differently in the past to change where you are right now? But one beautiful thing is dwelling on the past only keeps us stuck there. And that's not just for dwelling on the past for those who have gone through something they regret, but dwelling on the past, even when you feel like you found a lot of success in something. I know people who were in that MLM world around
Mhm.
that time who found a lot of success then, and they have just never been able to get it back because they just keep like they keep trying to chase doing the same thing instead of figuring out who they are. So the first thing
Mhm.
that I would ask you is what is it that makes you like trading? I think should be added to somebody's tool belt, but I don't think it makes the mechanic. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so, what is it when you talk about communications? When in communications, is that just learning how to speak well? Is that representing people, fighting for on people's behalf? Clearly, you were able to build a team because of the way you can speak. But what
Mhm.
is it that makes you special that is within your God given gift or purpose? And how does that
Mhm.
align with where you would like to see yourself in the future? Trading, we can do that easily. That's no problem. That's cool. But
Yeah.
what's going to be the thing that you actually have a chance to pass down to your kids, that you actually have the ability to leave a lasting legacy with? Because I would hope that when it's all said and done, they don't just remember you as a trader. I would hope there's
Mhm.
more that you created for the world than taking money from the market and using it to build what? Like, if you're making money, what are you
Mhm.
going to build with it? So that's what
Yeah.
I would
I
kind
feel
of
like
ask
ultimately
you.
I'll like serve God. I'll serve the homeless. I was homeless not like during college. Um
I'm sorry about that, by the way.
yeah, it's fine. But well, yeah. But I will definitely like probably operate like a homeless shelter for people,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of people who don't have, I want to help people. Like, there's people who I used to pray all the time for my friends, like, oh, I just wish I had the money to buy them a car. Because it's like little things like that. Like, only if a person had like a vehicle to be able to make it back and forth to work so they can buy
Yeah.
an apartment for them to live in. Like, things like that. Like, I do want to help people. Um, yeah, so like when I was homeless, I would literally write down. I still have my notebooks and things like the structure of way like the ways that they structured their buildings and things like that. Cause like I lived in like my own little home with like 50 homes on this big like piece of land. So really most likely to be like something like nonprofit wise where I'm able
You
to
don't
give
want to.
that.
You don't want to profit. How are you gonna live?
I do want to profit. I would think that trading would be one of those revenues. I don't really I used to sell things. I do want to sell things again, like be a part of the beauty industry. Like I love to dress up and like stylish, not super cute, not very
Mm-hmm.
like girly. Like I used to play basketball, so like, really nice clothing, maybe sell things. I love like clothing. I would like to be like a fashion model or something, but
Would you be a
those are
fashion
things that
designer?
I would be a fashion designer, yeah.
Have you
But those
thought
are
of?
not things. No, I haven't really been able to like think about those things because all the only thing I could think about is like how can I make the money. So maybe if I have the money first, then like I'll be able to start those like thinking about those things. But
Yeah.
like yeah, I really just am focused was have been focused on like how can I get the income. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I love
Trade.
fashion. I would love to sell clothing. Yeah.
I think the beautiful thing about social media and online is you can create anything and sell it without spending much money at all. You
Hmm.
know, there was a joke that went around in Atlanta of something called the pre-order method. I don't know if you're familiar, where like people they'll basically create a
Yeah.
design and they'll tell you like you can pre-order this clothing and it's never made, but they wait till
Yeah.
people pay and then they make it and people just didn't like
That's what I
that.
did. I did that. I had when I was in high school, well, I had graduated early.
Yeah.
Um, and for those 6 months before I went up to college, I was trading and I was selling things like fur flip-flops. I had like a vendor um from Alibaba, and I would post the videos that they would send me, and I have everybody pre-order the purses and the first slides, and that's how I would make my money, literally. And I was so successful at that. I think what I kind of stopped because I didn't know how to like. I was kind of spending my profit and having to go and work and make more money just to like Um, like I also sold lashes.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to reinvest my income. So I was like, okay, I need to stop because I don't know. I'm not doing something right. So that little thing kind of caused me to stop, doing pre-orders.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'll tell
yeah.
you, listen, trading, that's easy. But
Well,
what
teach me, please. Like, what am I doing wrong?
listen, I trading is easy to learn and understand. One done the right way, taught by the right people. I get it. What I want you to focus on and what I will always push is like a lot of people they keep themselves stuck because they say once I'm there, then I'll do it. So once you get the money, then you'll start the business. Once you get the attention, then you'll start to push something. Once you get the opportunity to learn better, you'll start to trade. Once you get the money to buy that house or that car, then you'll go see what it looks like. I'm the type of person, I still do it almost every single weekend, um, where I will go look at open houses and I will go look at luxury cars just for the sake of looking. I don't want to buy it. I
Hmm.
don't care to buy it, but I have to understand what it looks like to get there. And so,
Hmm.
in a world where you're looking at running a homeless shelter, have you really studied what does it take to run a homeless shelter? What are the different government regulations behind it? What does funding
Right.
look like behind it? If it's going to be a nonprofit, then where am I getting the funds to be able to orchestrate that? Same thing with
Right.
clothing brand. Like, okay, you do want to get there when you have the money. Have you really looked at all, like, even in preparation, what are the best suppliers? Who are the best graphic designers? How do I make sure that I can get this done so that when I get the money, that's not step one, that's the final check mark before I'm off ready to ship and go.
Right.
And so
So
that's
I just need to build the business, like start
yeah,
pouring
like
into
get
that.
the knowledge because time's going to pass regardless and someone
Right.
else is getting the knowledge and why not you?
Right.
So in these moments where you're in this waiting phase, you are learning things. I don't want you to keep yourself stuck because of money. Money will come and go. We can get hit with a lawsuit tomorrow after winning the lottery. Happens to people all the time.
Yeah.
But what are you going to set up for you? And how are you going to increase your knowledge bracket so that when you get there, and even before you get there, there might be a case where you meet someone that's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm looking for someone who can help me manage this clothing brand or a graphic designer. And now you have the ability to go, I haven't ran one, but I've done all the research behind it. Give me a chance. And they will give you a chance to be the operator behind it.
Right.
But like I would always just have myself create that preparation so that when I'm able to, I can reach the destination. So that is what I would tell you. I want to make sure you're on that trading stream. So if we can drop in the chat, whether it's in the Google Meet chat and the YouTube chat, the Trendline link, because everyone that signs up for that wait list, I'm gonna take them and send them a notification when we do the trading stream where I'll break down everything, or just keep up with the streams. You
Hmm.
can just keep up with the streams.
I
But
definitely
yes,
see that.
trading will make that easy. I know right now, Trade It Solutions, which is my trading education company, we are
Hmm.
a full university. It is a 8 week intensive residency. You have a textbook, like full textbook that you follow along.
Hmm.
Professor, homework, quizzes, test. Everything is
Hmm.
tried, tested, refined. Fun fact for everyone:
Yeah.
Trendline, I actually partnered with them for the residency, and they built a
Hmm.
system where every single person that is a part of the trade at residency, every single time they place a trade, their professor can see the trade and tell them what to refine and correct and improve. Freaking crazy. But
And how do I
yeah,
do? What is it? You said the trading residency.
Trade It,
Trade it.
TRADEIT. But the
Hmm.
easiest way, because we've closed acceptances right now because we're in a residency at the moment. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
we won't reopen it, but
Yeah.
um,
I'll
yeah,
be
I
here.
was saying if you use the Trendline
Hmm.
link, then you can,
Hmm.
if
Yeah.
you like apply for the wait list, then I will beg them to pull your information, and then when we do the trading stream, we will break down everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty. Well, it was
Thank you,
nice meeting you.
Phil.
Of
And
course, I'm
thanks
gonna.
for your prayers.
And that's crazy. I was literally about to say I'm gonna pray that things
Yeah.
continue to turn up for you. Um,
Thank you.
but yeah, I appreciate your vulnerability. It's not an easy thing to do,
Yeah.
so I always
Thank you.
respect that. Of
Gap
course.
strategies.
Gap strategies. I got you. I
Thank
got
you.
you. Of
All
course.
right.
Of
I'll
course.
talk to you soon. Bye.
You as well. I see that on Twitch they are asking for the trendline link. Thank you to our loyal 4 viewers on Twitch. That is what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. God left the 99 for the one. Okay? So I am grateful that I even have one person watching. Thank you to all on TikTok. Now, do we have time for one more? Because my voice is starting to stretch. We are over time. Do we need to run it back and do another Shark Tank?
Because
Do
my
we have
voice
time
is
for one
starting to
more?
stretch.
We have time for one more.
Oh wow.
Okay. We
Oh,
have one more. Nice to meet you. Uh-oh.
what's up, Kelly?
Where'd you go? You disappeared on me. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You're good. You're good.
Oh
You're good.
wow. It's an honor. It's an honor. Oh man, I've been
Dak, you
watching you.
sound
Shout out
so
to your friends.
familiar. Your
Yeah,
name.
I've been watching for a minute.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Where do I start? Father of three, currently like a part specialist. During the day, the business that I'm working on is called like history class. So basically, history class. Well, keep going. Sorry.
No. I'm just repeating you. History class. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so history class, I got tired. So basically how it started, I got tired of just watching the basic history that we always hear. So I wanted to create something that looks like us, honest to God. Um, and it started with one person, and then I came up with an idea to just actually make it. Where it will be people who look like us how I say it, every
What do we look like,
month.
Dak? What do we look like?
So we are of color, Black,
Ah.
Hispanic, it doesn't matter. So a person from history every single month. Yeah, just history class. And then giving them like how do I say a background. So the Instagram will basically be like a 30-second lesson on who is this person in history, what do they do, and then trying to build it out where now I guess how we say it, trading cards has been a thing. So like sports cards are starting to be a thing where it's like oh high value and stuff like that. So I try to make it. This will be a sample.
Okay. So,
So hopefully one day they'll get like PSA graded if the person makes a subscription. So, oh, I want to buy history class every single month. Cool. They'll get a card with it, and then it'll be like 1 out of 100. So
mm,
that is like basically my goal that I'm trying to do. Yeah. Just looking for guidance, really, more of guidance and like sticking to the goal, because I guess life has a way of hitting us hard.
always.
So yeah,
Trust me, I go
but
through it every single day. I don't think the stress ever gets lighter. It always gets
correct.
heavier. And
Yeah.
it's probably not what you want to hear. Um,
Mhm.
but you figure out ways to deal with it and ways to find joy within it. And a lot of that joy is like I asked for the stress. Like they say, like, you
Yeah.
can't get upset at I don't remember what it is, a full plate when you ask God to eat. Something like that.
Mm.
Um, okay. Here's where I'm gonna start with you. History cards. Uh
Mhm.
which is history class, which is clothing brand. You're
Correct.
saying clothing. And then you're diving into trading cards. Right.
Correct.
Okay. How well have you done with clothing brands so far?
So far, not as strong as I would like, being honest, in the
Yeah.
sense
Well, if I
of
don't make $1 billion, it's always not as strong as I would like. So, what
correct.
is what is if you're comfortable with sharing the
Mhm.
number? We don't judge. We all come from humble beginnings, including myself. With every venture I
So
start.
I would say the numbers so far, if I'm looking at everything all together, but not just history class, because I also have, like, as you can see, another brand. So I would say my numbers would be under 500, and that would just be more on social media. And that's because of
Wait,
I'll
is
be
that
honest. Mhm.
revenue? $500 revenue?
Correct.
How much
Correct.
do you sell this stuff for?
So I would sell some t-shirts will go for 30. Jackets, only because I have to spend a little bit more to make that profit back, will go for around 60. Same with hoodies.
Okay, how much do you get them for?
Well, the champion windbreaker went for 30, so I had to spend $30 for that. And then you have to pay for the transfer. So for the DTF transfer, I would say if I'm getting, let's say, 120 by 120, that will go roughly for, if I'm just cutting that out, around $6, being honest.
Okay, so with the jackets, you're at $36, which leaves you at $24 profit, which
Mhm.
puts you at around, what's the profit margin on that? 40% or so?
Roughly.
Do you spend anything on marketing? I lost
Not
my
really.
thought.
I would
Yeah,
say what I would
I
consider
don't think
market
you
would be
need
just more
to.
of the domain. Okay.
Well, the domain isn't marketing. It's just it's sitting. It's not marketing for you if nobody's searching it up. You know?
Correct.
Okay. So this isn't your main thing, but it's what you want to make your main thing.
Correct.
Where did the trading cards come in?
Oh, so basically, I would say my now ex-manager, he would just bring Pokemon cards and sport cards, and then I started getting into it because of him. Because I'm like, oh wow, what's the value on this? If it's like, I want to say, what we call it, like glossed, like it has like a gloss finish, or it's like a 1 out of 50, the value goes up. And then I started hearing stuff with Gary V and Mr. Wonderful, and I was like, wow, so this market is starting to increase. So I said, what if we did this for history class? What would happen? And I started making samples of it. Looking into it in the sense of, oh, how could it be done on a production level? But I have little tools such as like a, what is it called? It's like a sticker maker. So I made it a sticker, put it on a card stock, uh, back and forth. And then I started to see it, started to throw it down the same way, like a sports card. And then started to see, okay, how can I get closer and closer to this? But
Yeah.
this, I would say, is more in trial than anything.
Okay. So that hasn't made anything.
Correct. Hasn't been anything as yet.
Okay.
Because
So I would just
I'm stuck on perfect.
I would pause the trading cards. Also,
Gotcha.
because what always matters is context. So when Gary Vee and Logan Paul and all these people online are like, "Oh, you have to get trading cards," they're talking about the ones in existence, the Pokemon cards, the sports cards. I know Tom Brady is into it. He has his own like trading cards company. Um, but they're talking about the ones in existence. You have to have demand for people to create value for this, or else you're wasting money. So I would drive up demand, or I would take, if you're going to make the trading cards, I would up the prices here, but tell them with every t shirt, you get an exclusive one of one trading card, like something that adds value, but these prices have to go. You ain't giving me a $30 t shirt with a trading card. I don't appreciate it as much, you know?
Gotcha.
But also, you're going to need to put an emphasis on marketing. And I would tell you, this is my controversial, unpopular opinion that might make some people not like me, but I do not care. When you said you make stuff for people that look like us, the reason I said, what do we look like, is because you will narrow your market if you are catering
Mm.
to a race and not an individual. It's very hard to cater to a race because a race is made up of individuals. And you said people that look like us, but then you said Mexicans. I don't look like a Mexican. Straight up.
Right.
Love them. I had tacos
Gotcha.
yesterday, ate them down,
Right.
but
My,
I don't look like
so I
them.
would say my main focus is just more of Black history, because Black history only gets 1 month. So I was saying more in the sense of, can we make this a year-long thing?
So let me ask you a question.
Longevity.
Let me ask you a
Hmm.
question. Wouldn't it be, in the case of making a statement, wouldn't it be more powerful to have a white person wearing a Black History tied shirt.
Definitely.
So why decrease your market? If you're looking for impact, Martin Luther King, when he walked across I forgot what bridge it was, Birmingham, anyways, when he went on his historic walks, the reason that he was able to be so powerful was because he had white people that backed him. I'm not saying that Black people didn't have that power. Truth be told, they didn't have that power. But if you're trying to make a statement, you can't start excluding, because the only people that start to know about Black history are Black people. And nobody else can truly honor that. I would just make a really fire clothing brand, and you
Okay.
secretly hide the meaning that everything is Black history and let the designs sell themselves. And then when you see people walking around in it, you're like, wow. It's like, for example, In-N-Out. In-N-Out was started by a Christian family. They are so Christian. They love Jesus down. But when you go to In-N-Out, do they say Christian Burger Company?
No,
No.
gotcha.
But you know what they do? On the bottom of every In-N-Out cup is a Bible verse. So when you're drinking this In-N-Out cup, it doesn't matter if you're atheist, if you're Muslim, if you're Buddhist, if you're Hindu, it does not matter. You have now served their mission of honoring the God that they serve by drinking out of their cup. So that's why
Gotcha.
I'm like, I would just make a really fire clothing brand. I would look to drive up demand, get some pre-orders or wholesale, because this is real tight. These prices have to go up. The jackets, I would make at least $100. And if the trading cards cost you next to nothing, $2 to $3, if you're paying like $12 for a trading card, abandon it. But if they're like $2 to
Gotcha.
$3, I would add that to every single package.
Okay.
That's what I would do if I was you.
Yeah, because that was the goal. Is more okay if I can get people. Because now I'm seeing like the subscription based type of thing. So what if we did that with clothing? And cool for those who are doing subscription based. Make those cards exclusive to them. Now it's
Yeah.
if I subscribe to that, maybe I can get that maybe in a few years, giving value back to the customer or the consumer, I should say.
Yeah. It's really hard because subscription based to do with clothing. It's not impossible. It's just hard. I had a friend who had a clothing brand that did, I think, 3.5 million in a couple years. And he had a subscription base where people would pay $10 a month, and every single time they dropped, they had early access to the drops, to the releases. But the only reason he was able to do that is because he drove up the demand. Like over time, he would go to like all these different pop-ups. He would go to different influencers, and he had really fire designs. Like it kind of gave like street luxury. And
Mm.
people saw it and they said, I need that. And when people start saying, I need that, you can drive all of these even higher. You can drive this even lower because now you can wholesale. But also, you can tell them these sell out like hotcakes. If you want it, $5 a month, $10 a month, $1 a month. And that's where you build community. But I would say, like, one of the biggest things that you should focus on is the marketing. Like, and I would not say Black owned. People respect that you're Black.
Gotcha.
They gonna if they
Gotcha.
see the clothing, they're gonna say, "Who made this?" And then they're gonna see Black man, and they'll be like, "Wow, shout out to him." Like if it's for a tax classification because the SBA wants to give out grants and they're looking to help small businesses that are Black owned, you can tell them you're Black owned. But when you tell me, if I was a Mexican, since you said we look like Mexicans, if I was a Mexican and you
Was it
told
wrong?
me, yeah, you said like, yeah, I'm like, this is for Black owned, I'll be like, oh, it's only for Black people. I'm not Black.
So I put a limit on myself. I got you. I got you.
Unintentionally. People will always notice. I would focus on what the demographic is and not the color, because you have some Black people who they love only Asian food. You have some black people who only love Mexican food. You have some black people that only love soul food. And they are three different types of people who've probably grown up in three different types of environments. And what you want to figure out is who fits this. I know someone who does $100 million a year, a black man, who said he refuses to buy from a business that says black owned business. Because he said his own personal opinion, there's an expectation that because you are black, you must support black people instead of because you are a customer, you must support a great business. He's like, focus on building the great business, and they will always honor that you are a black person or they'll just be like, you're a cool person. But don't limit yourself. Focus on the marketing. Showcase, get online and showcase people wearing your stuff. You can tell the story behind it. Like, I think that's so cool that every single piece tells a part of Black history. You could do different, if you think of how to expand your customer base. Okay, if I know June is Pride Month, Pride history, unless it's against your company moral beliefs. Sometimes you separate the person from the company in terms of beliefs, right? Or if it's 4th of July, you do an independence, you honor that. But it's like for Asians, when it's lunar year or when it's Ramadan season, you could do the history of cultures and countries. I'm always thinking about companies, forgive me. And when you think of the name history class, it has meaning that you're learning history as a whole. But Black history is primarily spotlighted. If that's what you want, that's fine. But you are the dictator of it. But that's personally what I would tell you. But I love the idea. I think it's like a good idea. I would adjust those things. And also give yourself grace. We're all trying in this world. I'm always trying to figure out how to create more for people, how to build the businesses that I have. But yeah, just start small, tell the story online. That's completely free. If you have some pieces, which you do, go to local trade shows. I saw somebody in the comments said farmers markets. You can go to those and tell the story.
Gotcha. Appreciate it. Gotcha.
For sure. But that is all I have. I hope that really helped you, Dak. I appreciate your support. I see you all the time.
Man.
I see you all the time. So
I can't wait to pray.
Amen.
Man,
is
that's
exactly
the
what we're
most
about to do
important part that I
next.
must say, you have taught me. Nah, cool, the money's gonna be there, but you gotta sit down and pray for a moment. So I really do appreciate
God
that one.
first. That is biblical. Every time I have messed up, it's because I did not consult God first. And it sounds crazy, but it's in the Bible. It's in Joshua 10. It's in Isaiah 30. It's in Proverbs. I forgot where in Proverbs, but when you fail to consult God, when you believe that you know it, you lose. And everyone can argue with me about God, but let me tell you something. I am living the fruit of believing in that. So I do believe that that is possible for everyone, including you, Dak, and your wonderful 3 children.
Appreciate you. Thank you again for so much. Appreciate you.
Of course. We'll speak again soon.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good one.
You as well. All right. Guys, that was a good one. In the future, I think we're going to put a bit of a timer on the Shark Tanks just to make sure that everyone gets in and they immediately say what they need to say. I want to make sure that I can give you more value and enough time. And I know there's a lot of context that you feel is needed, but I would tell you the best things you can show. You don't have to tell and explain and back up. But I'm grateful for all 3 individuals that came on today. Their vulnerability, their rawness, their ability to accept feedback. That is the number one thing I have found that I respect in a person is when they can take feedback and implement it and not let their ego get sour. I freaking love it because I know how difficult feedback is. I know how uncomfortable it feels. And to be a person that keeps going, I'm like, you could do anything. You could do anything. So, do y'all want to do another Shark Tank soon? maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks. I know we have to do our trading stream. I'm going to make sure we do that. It's been a long time since I've done a trading stream, and I think I am even missing it myself. So let me know. Shout out to everybody that has joined. We talk about how we turned $600 into 10,000 in 19 days. 19 days. So anyways, we're going to do it again and again. I will be back doing Shark Tank, back helping you. We didn't make any investments today, unfortunately. Maybe in the future. But listen, if you are in any way a public figure, an entrepreneur, an influencer, and you are trying to make more money beyond just brand deals, you're trying to build an ecosystem around you where you can actually earn and own your income. Like, this is a bad day for you. $10,000 a day, terrible day for you. I want to work with you. So what you can do for me is either go to kellyog.com or send me a DM on Instagram. It'd be awesome as well if you sent me an email, and I will figure out how I can help you. I really want to make sure. I see so many creators that are being burnt by agencies who don't know what they're doing because they got excited to take a percent of people's profits, but they've never actually built $10 million worth of a business through building a personal brand online. It's one of the things I've done. So send me an email. A DM on Instagram is going to be the hardest way. Send me an email from Instagram, or shoot me a message on kellyog.com. I got to make sure we have an outreach team. If we don't have an outreach, you could just do the booking form, and like add what you want, and we'll make sure that gets done. But anyways, I appreciate you all. The last thing we have to do is we have to say a prayer. Thank you, TikTok, for being TikToked and tuned in. Freaking love it. I will be back. But I want to say a prayer because I want to pray for your success. I have been blessed to live a very nice quality of life at such a young age and in such a short amount of time. And I want that to expand to decades and decades and decades. But I also want that for you because in listening to your stories and seeing you face to face, which I freaking love, I can see the stress, I can see the uncertainty, I can see the confusion, and I can see the lack of what direction to go. And if I can help you be confident in your direction to make more money, to provide for more, which starts with fixing your relationship with money, then I definitely want to do that. So anyways, with that being said, if you are not a Christian, please do let me pray for you. Please. Please. Sorry. And if you are a Christian, please do pray with me. For those of you who missed the stream, it's going to be on YouTube. You can watch the recap. You can skip throughout if you think I'm talking too much. Don't do that. That'll make me sad. But the good thing is I won't know, but my team will when they look at the analytics. Anyways, if you are a Christian, please do pray with me. Father, Lord, I thank you for this amazing stream. I thank you for each and every single person that has stopped in, popped in, or watched all throughout. God, I thank you for those who came up today and they shared their vulnerable situations. They shared their need for help. God, you yourself have said, if we ask, we shall receive. Sometimes it's our inability to keep our mouths open, to be able to ask, to want to do, our fear of looking stupid that holds us back because we don't want to look like we don't know, because we don't want other people to judge us. God, the truth is, as you know, we all have our own issues, our trials, our tribulations, and our areas of stress where you have put us. And so, God, I ask that you remove us from those areas, that we know that adversity is the thing that moves us farther, it makes us stronger, that pain is what allows us to build the muscle. God, I also ask that in situations in which anybody listening, including myself, have put ourselves in harm's way. We've interacted with people we shouldn't have. We've signed deals and agreements, and we've believed in people that did not have our best interest in mind. And maybe we didn't know. But God, I ask that you free us from the bondage of the things that have held us back, and that you allow moving forward for us to move in freedom, that we will increase our sense of wisdom and discernment. God, if there's one thing I ask more than anything, it's that every single person listening right now that they will have an increase in wisdom and discernment, that their wisdom will surpass their age. Their wisdom will surpass what they've known. Their wisdom will surpass their location. Their wisdom will surpass their current situation. God, I ask that you will allow them to move smartly through this world, that they will be shrewd. They will, and not shrewd in a bad way, but clever. They will be able to know how to operate, and that will allow them to see the success that they aim to see. I thank you for allowing me to be a vessel and impact each and every single person that you've put before me, for the platform you've given me. And I pray that you do not allow it to be in vain. That God, as you have said, asking you shall receive. You said if we pray and we truly believe in our hearts that it'll happen, that we can move mountains ourselves. God, my prayer is that each and every single person that interacts with my content, they shall see a better quality of life, that they will discover things about themselves that they did not know before, that they will encounter doors, opportunities, people that will be their destiny helpers. They will help guide them. They will help to give them different blessings. They will help to see in them the light that maybe they don't even see in themselves. God, I thank you for the words that you put in my mouth and you allow me to speak. I thank you for everything that you are and everyone that you are. I thank you for the entire team that backs me and each and every single person. I know that we will continue to grow and take this thing to the moon. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Amen. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget that I'm praying, guys. I forget that I am on camera. Sorry, TikTok. Sometimes I forget that I am on camera and I just go in. But I want you to win. Gosh dang, I want you to win. I really, 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 really do. And I'm going to be here for as long as God has me here. So that'll be 120 years. That is what he said was the cap on human life. And every living and waking day of my life, it's going to be to try to help you do better. And I truly believe that in return, God will allow me to see a better quality of life, my entire team to see a better quality of life, and you to see a better quality of life. And when I say a better, I mean the best. I mean, we are in private jets. We are in 7-star hotels. We are eating 11-course meals, and we are allowing our entire family and friends to enjoy with us. I will see you soon. We're going to do a trading stream soon. We're going to do another Shark Tank maybe next week. Maybe we make it recurring. I see that you guys like it. Come with your ideas. I want to help you. And yeah. Anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am signing out. Speak soon.